Listín Diario Editorial for November 25th of 2023. Where are the guardians of democracy? Parties are by their very nature the guarantors of the democratic system. They are those who, under the protection of the electoral law, have the capacity to organize structures and militancy with which they can access public powers through the popular will. They constitute the support pieces of a democratic society, and therefore, their main duty is to be faithful to the democratic method so that plurality and free discussion of ideas are constant in their actions. However, not everyone seems to be committed to that sacred duty because some ignore democratic rules in their internal election processes, contrary to what the majority might wish. To the extent that democratic practices lose substance in these parties, their effects or consequences are felt in equal proportion in the fatigue of democracy as a model for sustaining a free society. The worst that can happen, as has already happened in many Latin American countries, is that parties and leaders that have come to power through democratic means of free and legitimate elections become authoritarians or executioners of that same democracy. When this emptying of democracy is allowed as a result of a distortion of its essential values, the inevitable destiny is the loss of institutionality in the state, the lack of transparency, and ultimately of fundamental freedoms. When the parties and leaders who have been elevated by the popular will in the public powers renounce these values, the castes are enthroned that suck the budget to the detriment of the majorities, who always expect the state to satisfy their needs. When parties allow themselves to be penetrated by the forces of organized crime, and allow their frontmen to reach relevant positions in any of the public powers, democracy begins to die right there. What are the guardians of our democracy doing, and where are they to prevent its corrosion and slow death? For Listín Diario, voiceover and translations by Indira Rodriguez.